in some organizations, when you have an appraisal or review process, development needs basically all your weaknesses. And, so they actually call your weaknesses development needs, which I think is fundamentally wrong.
Why are so many people thinking, here are clear, obvious weaknesses? Let's improve that. Why does the thinking naturally go there?
This whole thing here about being good at everything is something that we feel that if someone says the word weakness, we have to deal with it, and we shouldn't have any weaknesses, and should be good and strong at everything, but I think that's that. If we can help people on this course, and anytime people go through this kind of point positive sort of experience, if you can actually help them really think very differently about strengths versus weaknesses and where you should focus your energy, it goes back to the classic comment that, wherever you focus your energy, that's the area that's going to win. If you focus your energy on the weaknesses, then you're going to get weaker. If you focus on your strengths, you're going to get stronger.
So, Jason, in terms of people who are curious about putting their bids into this course as well, what would you say to them to, I guess, encourage them to take this on, to take this opportunity on and make it part of their executive MBA?
I would say as a part of an executive MBA or just a full-time MBA course, this is one of the very unique courses where you're going to get feedback in a way you won't in any of these other streams. And when you're going after finance or economics or marketing, you're not going to be able to have the opportunity to learn about yourself and the way you're perceived in the world. And so I would say this is a real opportunity you have while you're here to get this feedback, experiment, learn a little bit more about yourself, which is what Point Positive can give you. And then it's also an opportunity to learn about, I think I mentioned before, some of the things you may need in 3 years that you don't even know about now. A lot of the skills you learn here, you can apply day one in your job, but they're going to be redundant in 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, especially as technology speeds up and innovation speeds up. You may not even get to use it in the way it was intended, but we're still all going to be human. We're still going to respond to stories in the same way, especially really powerful ones. And so this course gives you an opportunity to learn about some of those skills that when you're in front of a big group or you need to influence a board, wait, all right, Richard mentioned this. Like, these are some of the building blocks I need to get my idea across. And so I would say that's the really powerful point in this course. It might not be what you'll learn things during the 5 weeks or the 10 weeks, but then you're also going to have this huge array of different skills and knowledge that you can pull in when you really, really need it. That's going to keep your career progressing.
Yeah, I think that's a really great point. And it touches on something that for me is important, which is many of us, and you look at park reviews of great people, this is a consistent pattern, because many of us have at key points in our career had mentors. And for me, what a mentor does is help you figure out what your strengths are. So the classic mentor thing is saying, look, you're successful here, but forget about that stuff. That's fine. But I can see things in you that you can't see in yourself. This is where you can really excel. And helping you sort of separate out what's the stuff you're just good at, and where you can genuinely sort of shine, and helping sort of guide you on the path is something that all of us need. And in some respects, I think Point Positive, that's what it does, is it helps you, in a sense, get all of that sort of advice from a great mentor about, where you can really shine and excel and where to focus your energy in your career. Because it's a rare gift to get it, and to be able to do that in a systematic way here, rather than having the good luck to find a great mentor at a key time in your career, is I think a privilege.
This idea of people engaging with the Point Positive assessment, and you both touch on this. This is skills that you're going to take with you for X amount of years, well, for a lifetime really, because it is people skills. So Richard, are there certain things that you see or look for or listen out for where you kind of think, oh, they're getting it, in terms of after they've received their assessment?
there's the sort of short-term thing where, most people come back and they've got sort of that mojo, high mojo, they've got the sort of the twinkle in the eye of having had a very powerful experience. And, if people are in breakout groups and they come back in, it's very typically the case that there's a real high energy and sort of buzz there in the group, and maybe slightly drained by experience, but some people may need a drink after it, but it is a very positive one. But so that's the short-term sense of, are we on track here? And you can get you can use your sort of antennae just to sense the vibe there. And, it is, I'm pretty confident it's going to be a positive vibe. But it is, again, this isn't about happy sheets and good experience just in the moment. And this is where the research, I think, is powerful, is that going through this process can have very lasting impact in the sort of choices you make in your career, where you focus your energy in your various roles and relationships. And that's the simple thing, it's working well, is that people are going to make decisions not radically differently. You're not going to go off from being an accountant to being, a lion tamer necessarily. It's unlikely the case, but it is being able to make choices slightly differently than they would have done otherwise, to actually make sure that they're just having, going to your point about, happier and that book, making sure they're actually having more fulfilling lives. And I think if we can help with that in some way, then, it's kind of a nice job to have.